All right, hi, welcome to the Start Select podcast. This is episode 6. Uh, I'm here with Dhruv. We have quite a bit of news. And yeah, do you have anything to add to that, to my intro?
Is it episode 6? Are you sure?
I
It
think
says
it's
week
episode 6.
7.
Week 7, but we skipped a week, so it's episode
Oh, yeah.
6.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should label them by episode next time then.
Let's remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's straight into the news. So E3 2021 will be a digital event instead of just not happening at all. There were rumors that it was going to be behind a paywall, but those turned out to not be true. And they might have demos that get streamed to your device during the conferences. So what do you think about this?
I think the ESA insists that E3 remain free, but I don't trust them.
Oh, you think
I have
lying?
no reason not to trust them. I can't think of a time when they explicitly lied, but I'm just like, no.
I think they're telling the truth.
I could see a paid demo version. If the demos are good, then I'd probably pay for that.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, if it's worth it.
I don't see myself paying
Elden
for
Ring
it at
demo,
all.
I could see a lot of people pay for that.
Oh yeah, there are definitely people that would pay for that, but I don't think I would.
I don't get the Elden Ring hype. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, it's because it's from the George R. R. Martin, right?
Who is that?
The guy that writes the Game of Thrones book.
It's a book?
No, the Game of Thrones books. He wrote those. And
wait, so the show is based off the book?
No, it's not based off it at all. It's just this is a separate thing that he's also working on. But people are excited because they know him from those good books that he wrote.
So it'll have good story and lore?
Yeah, that's the assumption because it's he's good at writing stories, so this will also be good.
Well, you know what? I hardly ever play a game for the story, so I don't care.
It's also it's a Dark Souls game, and people really like those. It's a Souls type, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then maybe it's okay to be, I won't completely disregard you if you're excited for this game.
Yeah. So also, it's all digital, which is what the Summer Games Fest was last year. So it's kind of they're just copying what Jeff Keighley did.
Yeah, I think most companies said that they would be participating in it. They'd have stuff to show there, but they'd save their own announcements for the big announcements for their own individual shows.
Yep.
I think E3 is dying, and the thing to be paying attention to now is the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, I think it's way better because you get more information, it's more spread out, so you have more time to focus on each one, and also gives the companies more freedom for when they want to announce stuff, instead of just being forced to announce everything in one day and then having it all be forgotten.
Yeah, but what if what if it was just a week of solid news? Then we could finally make a 3-hour episode, right?
Oh, that's true. That would be nice to finally make a 3-hour episode. That's the dream.
That's the dream, yeah.
But I'd rather we have more news to cover each week than just a bunch of news to cover 1 week and then nothing for a couple months.
Yeah, every week besides E3 week, it's
yeah.
Have you heard of insert small indie game that came out this week? Let's talk about that for an hour.
Oh, neither of us have even played it. We're just talking about this random game.
Yeah, it's wow, the graphics are really nice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the frame rate is above 30. What a revolution.
That's impressive. Yeah, I do think the demo thing is very cool though. You can stream them to your device.
Do we know that's happening, or is it another rumor?
Yeah, I think it's another rumor where they were partnering with NVIDIA because they have a streaming thing where you can stream games.
I think that'd be cool. Depends on what the demos are for, I guess. If it's demos for indie games, then it's I don't really care. But if they're having big demos for the actual big cool game, I think that's really cool.
I think people will be lining up for the demo for the new Madden. Everybody's so excited.
I'll play that.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh my god, what gameplay changes did they make?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I imagine actually it might be cool on PS5 with the haptic feedback, or when you throw the ball, you can feel it, and when you catch
they have very nice hair,
Yeah.
I think EA they made a very nice hair simulation thing.
Yeah.
And it looks very cool.
It's the only nice thing I have to say to Madden. It might be kind of cool with the haptic feedback. That's it.
You can feel the ball. hit
Yeah.
your player's head, you know?
I mean, that would be cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with the other sports games like hockey and soccer, and the wrestling one and the basketball one. And
How would you do wrestling haptic feedback? You can feel the person throw you. Is that what happens in wrestling? I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's what happens.
Yeah, that's wrestling. Okay,
That's
that's pretty accurate.
WWE 2K21. That's the game. Remember Battlegrounds?
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Going on a
highlight
little
of
bit
Nintendo's E3.
Yeah. Going up on a bit of a tangent here, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on from
Moving
that,
on.
Monster Hunter Rise has already sold over 4 million copies since launch. I think it launched like last week.
Last week, really? Wow, that's
I don't
a
know,
lot.
maybe
then.
last to last week.
I think you're right about that. I think it's last week.
Yeah, but Monster Hunter World sold 5 million in a similar time frame.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive. I think not enough people are realizing that Monster Hunter Rise is like the next big installment. A lot of people are like, oh, it's on the Switch. It's probably like a side game or whatever. No, it's not. I hear a lot of people.
Switch,
it is on the Switch, yeah.
Like the graphics are worse than World and like, you know.
Yeah, but I do see a lot of people commenting on the graphics. It runs pretty well.
Yeah. I think it's impressive how it sold so much. It is the Switch, so every game sells well. But like World was on multiple platforms and it sold more. Well, this is only on one platform. So the fact that the numbers are even close, I think that's really impressive.
It's such a weird thing because before it released, I didn't hear enough people being hyped for it.
Yeah.
And now that it's here, I hear everybody talking about like, wow, this game is incredible. It's so good.
Yeah.
And, you know, some Japanese company, so many people took the day off that they just decided to make it a holiday and everybody had the day off. That was amazing.
Wow. I guess that's Monster Hunter fans. They're quiet but deadly. Yeah.
They wait in the shadows until
waiting for the new game
comes out. Yeah.
And then they buy 4 million copies in 1 week.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see.
Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always great when a good game sells well. So
yeah.
Ooh, this is a fun topic. You introduce it.
Yeah. Okay. So this week was April Fool's.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yes.
There was a ton of stuff. Well, not really a ton. I only have like 3 things.
Yeah. Cool.
There was probably more stuff that I forgot, but Control, the developers of Control made Remedy. They made like a fake PS1 version with bad graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
You
guys can't see the pictures, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Colors are weird though. It's like a flat, no shadows.
I don't imagine much effort was put in, but yeah.
Yeah, some guy at the company remembered like, oh god, it's April Fool's is in a day. We should probably do something. And they had a cool idea. Yeah, good job.
Good job.
Deathloops. Deathloop made a fake cereal called Deathloops. Cool.
I think that's awesome. Good job.
Yeah, I think it's Deathloop. The cereal is like the little 2 O's connected.
Oh yeah, and then the tagline they have here is "Break the loop, break the fast." So
get it? That's why it's called breakfast.
Yeah.
They should really call it breakfast. Come on now.
Oh.
English. What's wrong with it?
Yeah. Well,
have we talked about Deathloop before?
I feel like we have. I feel like we mention it every other week, and we're like, "Do you know anything about that game?" And the other person's like, "No," but it looks kind of cool. We're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I'd say it looks pretty cool, but I do think, I don't know how far that they can push the mechanic. I think it'll be like, wow, that's a cool idea, and then there's only like 2 moments of that in the whole game.
I'll wait for reviews and then I'll see.
Yeah, shooting looks fun though.
A PS5 exclusive, and I don't have that, so can't get it anyway. But wow.
Another thing, fan-made Bloodborne PS1 version. This was a cool thing from a while ago.
Yep.
Somebody made like a fake Bloodborne if it was on PS1 with like worse graphics, but it was pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. And the person that made that has decided that they're converting it to a kart racer. Now you have Bloodborne kart. I tried to play Bloodborne because it's on the PS Plus collection.
I
am so bad at Soulsborne games. I don't think I was able to get out of the tutorial.
Oh, well, that's just depressing. I've never played a Souls game because they're too hard.
I
But
played
yeah.
like the intro to Dark Souls 3.
If I
and
were
that
to
was really
start,
good.
I'd start with Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne, I hear so many people saying it's so good, but then in the tutorial or the starting area, all the doors are locked, and I'm like, where do I go?
Oh.
Come on. What
Well,
a terrible game.
Yeah, it's an awful game because you don't understand it. Just the worst game ever made.
But it is. Come on.
Yeah.
Next up,
Yeah.
you actually played their game, so you should probably introduce this.
Media Molecule Director says Sony is really behind them and is trying to expand them. Okay. And they're working on making Dreams creations playable outside the Sony ecosystem. So I played like a little bit of Dreams at a friend's house when it first came out before COVID.
And then you insisted that it was like so much better than Mario Maker 2. I remember
which
that.
I was right, but yeah.
You were right, sort of, because some of the things that people make in Dreams is very cool.
Yeah.
But it's much harder to get that very cool stuff on Dreams than it is in Mario Maker.
It's cool. Media Molecule expanding them. And outside the Sony ecosystem, what does that mean? What systems?
PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, well, like outside.
Maybe you can play Dreams creations on your Sony camera screen, you know? You never know.
I think they made PC.
I think being able to play Dreams creations on PC, that would be very cool. I think
that would be very cool.
I think if they make it like free, like a free app that you can get on Steam or whatever, and you can just download creations, but you wouldn't be able to make them.
Yeah.
That would be very nice. I would use that.
That would be probably not free, but like less than the game is.
Yeah. I keep saying this. I don't think I've said it on here, but I keep saying Dreams should have been on PS Plus.
Yeah,
you
haven't said it on here. We talked about this. I was like, no, that's a horrible idea. And you were like, it should be. And now I've changed my mind. I think I'm okay with it. I don't care.
I think Dreams, it's not you're okay with it. You have to be very strongly for it because there's solid reasoning. Like, you cannot argue with it. Okay, it needs an online community, and putting it on PS Plus would have given it that.
Doing it now, I think that would make sense. But doing it at launch, I think that would have been weird.
I think it would have been fine.
Because like they had a lot of marketing behind it, and it sold a lot in like that first bit. And like all
but then the community just absolutely died. Like, well, you're probably thinking about like the money part, and I'm thinking about longevity part.
Well, yeah.
How many people are still making stuff on Dreams?
Very few, but they probably could have just updated it. They didn't need to give it away for free.
Yeah, I think giving it away to people with PS Plus, that
like if you give it away for free, people are still just going to get bored of it. It's just going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
So just
people are going to get bored of any online game, but at least when it reaches a bigger audience, there will be more people that will try it and be like, wow, I actually really like this, and they'll spend more time with it.
I think adding updates would have been a better idea. Just, small things or big things, stuff like that. Like new tools, or, I'm not very familiar with it, but it would have been cool.
Just more stuff in general.
Yeah, more stuff.
But like, it's the exact kind of game that I look at and I'm like, wow, it's really cool, but I'm not gonna pay for it. I'd rather
buy it. I don't know.
Like, I'm just like, I'd like it to just be something that I get for subscribing to a service.
I think PS Plus, it'll be on there eventually.
It should be on there, okay? We'll be talking about PS Plus in a bit, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should have reorganized the list to have this one right next to that one.
You want to just talk about those now?
No, let's wait. You organized the list like this. We're gonna make you sit through it and see your mistake.
Okay.
So next, Ratchet & Clank gets a 60 FPS update on PS5. So that's
cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for Ratchet & Clank.
And then another thing Insomniac did, they released a patch for Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Ooh.
And it adds the advanced tech suit. I don't care about the suit.
Yeah, I've not seen it, actually. This is news to me. Advanced tech suit, Miles Morales. Does it look good? I wonder. It kind of just looks like the plane suit.
Yeah, I'd say it looks fine, but it's not something I'm gonna be like, wow, that is incredible.
Yeah, it looks kind of lame, honestly.
But the more interesting things, it has on PS5 simulated muscle deformation. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think a developer said it means that like they're simulating like a skeleton with muscles, and they're using hardware-based machine learning to figure out. It's like, okay, if he does this position, then the muscles are going to have to move like this. So it makes more realistic muscle stuff.
I thought games already had that.
I think most games might have something similar, but it's not like simulated. It's just baked into the animation.
All right then. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, good job, Miles Morales, people.
Insomniac's the dev says that the team is just getting warmed up with what the PS5 can do. That's very good.
Ooh.
Insomniac, they're on fire. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I keep saying it.
They made one okay game, and now they're making a Ratchet and Clank sequel.
Yeah, but they still made a game. Ratchet and Clank from 2016 to now, they've put out, well, from 2016 to this June, they'll have put out 4 games in 5 years.
Yeah.
Plus 3 DLC packs.
And a remake.
DLC pack with 3 parts. And a
Or a remaster, not a
remaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's incredible. How are they doing that?
I don't know.
Massive amounts of crunch, maybe? I don't know.
I don't think they don't crunch, right? Not Insomniac.
Yeah, this isn't Naughty Dog or Santa Monica. Come on.
Yeah. Only the big
To be real, Sony does have a big crunch problem. They need to fix that.
Well, is it all the studios or just Naughty Dog? And
no, just those two, I think.
Yeah. Naughty Dog is the only one I've heard like horror stories of like these developers working for days in a row, like no sleep. I haven't heard
Insomniac.
that. Like Santa Monica, they crunch.
From Glassdoor, right. Used to be great.
Yep.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Wow.
Yeah.
This guy gave a 2-star review. Okay.
What?
I'm gonna look up crunch.
Insomniac
seems to crunch less than other game companies. Okay, that's
good. Yeah.
See, at least nobody is, Wait, no. Jason Schreier is here to ruin everything. This guy is the guy that reported on, I think, the Cyberpunk crunch. Oh, I don't think there was no crunch on Spider-Man. Man. Okay. But Insomniac is just better about maintaining a healthy atmosphere. Okay, there you go.
All right. Hey.
They're good. Good job,
Insomniac.
You're not completely terrible.
Better than Naughty Dog. Not in terms of game quality, but in terms of treating your developers like people.
Next up, the thing that I was going to talk about, and you so rudely stopped me from doing so. April's PS Plus games. For PS5, Oddworld Soulstorm. That's a launch game. Cool.
That's cool.
PS4, Days Gone and Zombie Army 4 Dead War. Cool.
Yeah. Days Gone, also Days Gone and Zombie Army, both zombie games. They're just giving away zombie stuff.
Is Oddworld a zombie game?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
They've been doing a lot of this, giving new games away for free stuff.
Yeah, they did it with Destruction All Stars,
Bug Snacks,
All Guys, Bug Snacks as well. But they're always doing it with smaller stuff. Come on, can we get a launch game?
Yeah. Can we get Horizon 2 for free? Please?
That would have been great. What I mean is, what if we got Returnal? That would have been... I am not paying $70 for Returnal. Come on.
Yeah, sure, the free games are cool, but why don't you give away a game I want for free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like Xbox. Come on. I'll be saying be like Xbox a lot more later.
Ooh.
Oh, we didn't even mention what the big topic for today is.
We don't do that anyway. We don't do that.
I think we do, right?
Well, it doesn't matter because it's going to be in the title of the episode.
Oh, yeah, fine. You'll already know it.
You know what you're clicking on, audience. You know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Days Gone. Also, that's part of the PS Plus collection, so I don't care. But you're
the developer.
So are you going to try it?
I think I will. I'll get it, but I probably won't play it for a while. That's from the developers of Bubsy 3D. So
classic.
Gotta get
A
it.
real classic.
Obviously. Yeah.
I hear some people saying it's good. The graphics look nice, like pretty impressive for a smaller team.
People seem very split. Some people think it's like amazing and great, and others think it's horrible.
Like this game is better than Last of Us 2, or this game is worse than Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That seems
like somehow that can mean it's both very good or very bad.
Yeah, depending on what you believe, both of those mean nothing.
Okay.
Yep.
Next.
Ooh, so this one, remember how we've been having Ghost of Tsushima news every week?
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The tradition has been carried on because the voice actor for Jin Sakai, is it the voice actor or the face model guy?
I think they're the same guy.
Oh, alright, that's cool. So he says he's willing to come back for the movie that they announced. And he said he's open to butt nudity. So
that's very cool. Okay.
I just realized you have no idea why he said that. It's because in parts of the game he goes into like these springs and you see his butt.
Oh wow, very cool. I wonder if they had like a part where he's like, okay, we have to get a very realistic version of this, or they like scanned it.
Yeah.
They used that in the game.
Did you not know that? What did you just think he said butt nudity randomly for no reason?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't play the game, so I'm like, what is the context here? Why would he say that?
Oh, so you assumed there was context. You just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Probably something to do in the game.
Yeah. Well, you were right. So hopefully we get more Ghost of Tsushima news next week. So we can continue this tradition.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe we could get Keanu to play because it's John Wick director.
Right, it is him.
All the Redditors will be so happy.
They will. So
next up, another thing that you care about.
I added this piece of news myself because I was so excited by it. I only saw this today, but I think it was announced yesterday. So The Last of Us show will start filming on July 5th, 2021 in Calgary. And then they said they'll end filming on June 8th, 2022. So, I assume that means the show isn't coming out this year because they want to finish filming. So
why does it take a year to?
I don't know. I don't know why it's going to take so long. Just like.
But Calgary's in Canada, yay!
Yeah, the COVID restrictions make things take longer.
Oh yeah,
for filming.
I think probably. They spend half the day sanitizing.
I wonder, like, how long it's going to be then. How many episodes and like how long each episode is. I assume each episode is going to be an hour, but like how many?
Yeah, I need more information on this.
And also, I guess this means the release date won't be for like 2 years. So
very disappointing.
That's kind of disappointing because I thought it was going to be coming out this year. Yeah.
How long does it take after a show ends filming before it comes out?
Well, for a movie, it's like a few months. But again, if this is a really long period of filming, it's probably a really long period of like the post-production stuff.
Man, this show just refuses to come out. Like, we'll get Last of Us 3 before this thing comes out.
And well, knowing Naughty Dog, we won't. But that would be nice.
Oh yeah, it'll probably come out at like the end of the generation. Like for the past 2 generations, the Last of Us games have just been the graphical showcase for the console at the end.
Yeah, like what's the term for like the last thing? Swan song? Is that the term for it?
Yeah, Swan. I think we've talked about this before, but you seem to think that Swan Song is just like,
I'm
for anything at the end. But I'm pretty sure it's for like a sad thing.
What does
like
Swan
for
song?
the Wii U? Breath of the Wild was the Swan Song because it was a sad console.
It says a person's final public performance or professional activity before retirement.
Yeah, and retirement is sad,
so
question mark?
Final thing before death or retirement.
All right.
It refers to an ancient belief that swans sing a beautiful song just before their death.
Okay.
So,
very, very interesting then.
I guess it's like a good thing before a sad thing, but it could also just mean the last good thing before something dies. So like,
We should
guess
ask the Swans.
I mean, I guess
They
the
probably know.
the PS4 isn't dead, so it doesn't
Oh,
count
yeah,
as
that's
a
true.
Swan song.
Next up,
Yep.
Sony officially announces the closure of the PS3, PSP, and PS Vita stores. We talked about this last week.
Because we thought
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
still in inverted Tenet mode.
right. What should we cover
Yeah.
next week? Should we do Breath of the Wild versus Horizon Zero Dawn?
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Tenet, you won't get that. And if you
Yeah.
have seen Tenet, you still probably won't get it.
Yeah.
Because that movie was a mess.
I think you should just watch Tenet again, and I think that will help you understand it better.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they made it official.
Yep.
PS3, PSP, and PS Vita stores are closing.
Yes.
PS3 and PSP stores close July 2nd, and the Vita store closes on August 27th. Those were the dates that they gave as well.
Oh. So, I just like we talked about this last week. I don't care because I don't own any of those consoles.
Yeah, like last week as well, I was kind of in the boat. Like, yeah, I don't really care, but this week I do care now because like. Even last week, I had to put on the face of like, yeah, this is a Nintendo moment where if you're not letting us play these games on our new console, don't take them away on the old console. Yeah. Come on.
And then I said they are on the new console with PS Now, and then you were like, only some of them. So I was like,
and also not,
yeah.
You can't download most of them as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about, like I think someone estimated 2,200 digital-only games will disappear over all 3 stores.
Is that more or less than when the Wii Shop channel closed?
Probably a lot more. I think the Wii Shop channel didn't have that much.
Oh wow, this is like a massacre then.
Yeah, this is a bloodbath. God, yeah. So much stuff. Like, I think the Wii Shop channel had some people working on an archive of it. So can we get that for this as well?
Maybe. I'm sure these games, it's possible to pirate them.
Yeah, I think one of the worst parts, though, developers were not warned of the store closures. So some indie PS Vita developers they're just scrambling to finish their games before the store closes. Like some are crunching, some will lose years of work, and some are cutting features from their games to get it out.
There are people still making games for the Vita?
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a very quality handheld, and they think it's a good thing to develop for.
I thought the Vita was dead. So
I thought so too, but apparently it's pretty popular for indie devs. They like it.
I thought the Switch was the one that was popular for indie devs. And PC.
They're probably both popular. There can be 2 popular. Yeah. There can be 2 popular kids at once, Aidan.
Oh, I see. I would not know because I'm not a popular kid.
I was about to say we could both be popular, but not. You just burned yourself.
But you didn't burn yourself. You could still be the popular one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? What was I saying? Yeah, Xbox throws some shade. They're like, as time goes on, it becomes more important than ever that we ensure gaming icons and classics are preserved for new and old players alike.
Good job, Xbox.
Yeah, this is some serious PS4 moments where.
You mean Nintendo moment?
No, like when the PS4. I think a while ago we were talking about the save situation, the cross save situation on PS4, PS5 versus Xbox. And I think I saw a meme of the PS4 thing where they're like how to share, games with your friends, and they just gave them a game. That was it. So they did that, like how to share saves from your Xbox, and they just downloaded the game.
Yeah.
This is that. Come on.
Yeah, what is going on?
They're making a lot of not good moves.
It's good when one company does something stupid and the other is like how to do that same thing. And then it's like the most simple process ever.
They're making PlayStation's making a lot of really, really bad moves.
I think they're getting cocky because they're in first place. Or maybe they're in first place, Nintendo, I don't know.
Yeah, it's such a complicated situation though, right? Because Xbox, they're doing so well with everything except for the games.
Yeah.
Right? Like their services are great. They, their console is good. They have a lot of great pro-consumer features and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're preserving gaming history, but they just don't have things coming out.
Well, hopefully the effects of all those studios will come in soon.
Yeah, those better be coming soon. And then PlayStation, they launched their console with like 4 games on it. They have a ton of games coming this year, but
Yeah.
their services and the stuff that they're doing for their consumers, their legacy content, it's just not there.
Yeah. This connects to the main topic,
Oh yeah,
kind of.
and a completely unrelated company.
Yeah. I wonder
Um,
what company we're talking about.
Yeah,
You have to keep listening.
we're
Or,
talking about Nokia. Spoiler alert.
what? I thought we were talking about the Apple iPhone.
Yeah, it's that too. We're talking about both of them. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
double feature. Yep.
That's good then. So next up, MLB The Show is coming to Xbox Game Pass day one. So did we cover this a few weeks ago that the game would be on Xbox?
Yeah, we covered that it
Yeah.
would be on Xbox.
And now
This
it's
is
also
new
being on
news.
Game Pass.
Like,
Okay.
speaking of terrible terrible decisions from PlayStation,
Yep.
or I guess good moves from Xbox.
Yeah.
God. What a terrible look for PlayStation. Seriously.
I mean, it must have been their decision because they own the studio. So
I think it was the MLB's decision in the first place because they were the people that were like, okay, put it on Xbox. We want the extra money. And I think on the stores, it says 2 different things. On PlayStation Store, it's the publisher is Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Yep.
And then on the Xbox Store, it's MLB. So there's probably something going on there. I don't think PlayStation wanted it to go to Game Pass.
Yeah, the MLB probably got involved. Which, I mean, yeah, you want to get your game on all the platforms.
But it's such a bad look for PlayStation. Okay,
I mean,
you have $15 a month on Xbox, or you can get it $60 on PS4 or $70 on PS5. Not just that, but if you want to play on both PS4 and PS5, have your saves crossover, you need the special edition, which is like 80 or something. You can't automatically upgrade.
Well, this is just like a whole news week of PlayStation bad, Xbox good.
Yeah, God, like I like PlayStation more. They have the games,
Yeah.
But Xbox is just, as time goes on, Xbox is just so much better.
Well, I don't know about better, but they're definitely
being nicer.
They're evening things out with their yeah. Oh yeah, and here right in the description you've written lame PS sucks.
In parentheses, yes.
Yes.
It is lame, and PlayStation does suck for this. Like, seriously. I think it's about time that we addressed, should PlayStation have a Game Pass competitor? That should be for like a future week.
Yeah, but didn't we already talk about that one time?
Maybe.
I feel like we've talked about that before.
We did Nintendo Direct, State of Play, 3DS, and then Bethesda. And
I think when the PlayStation thing happened and they announced Final Fantasy VII would be on PlayStation Plus, we thought, hey, is just putting games on PlayStation Plus their version of Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I think
it's weird though, because you'd expect the idea of competition, right? Competition is good for the industry. Everybody gets a better thing when people compete, right?
Yep.
And Xbox is finally competing. But for some reason, PlayStation just refuses to compete back. They're like, it's fine. We'll close the stores. What's that? Xbox is putting backwards compatible games. Let's just 2,200 digital games. Bye.
I guess, one, they're cocky, and 2, they don't see Xbox as a threat yet.
They better start seeing Xbox as a threat because they are.
Well, yeah, eventually. Like, not this year.
Yeah, maybe not this year, but,
I think
we'll start seeing.
Yeah. By the middle of this generation. Yeah, I think they'll be equal. Yeah.
God.
Hopefully. I want there to be
PlayStation needs to just nip this problem in the bud. Just get rid of it.
Yes. Buy Xbox.
Yeah, buy Xbox. Come on.
You can do it.
Take out a loan from
Microsoft.
Yeah, take out a loan from Microsoft. Can we buy Xbox?
Yeah. So next we have backwards compatible games coming to xCloud streaming. So you put
I dare you to read all of these.
I will not be doing that. But here you've put down a long list of old games like
Just-
Xbox 360.
No,
and
just do it.
fine. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Double Dragon Neo, Fable 2, Fallout New Vegas, Gears of War 2 and 3, Heroes Judgment, Jetpack Refueled, Cameo, Perfect Dark Zero, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and 4 Oblivion, Viva Pinata, and Viva Pinata Tip. There you go.
We did it.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So if
That
your favorite game was in there, you can play with xCloud streaming now.
I think Phil Spencer also said he sort of teased it coming to iOS later.
Ah,
So that's pretty good.
what's it on now? Just like
I think it's just Android.
and the Windows Phone, of course.
Yeah, of course, the Windows Phone.
Yeah.
I bought a Windows Phone just to play xCloud, guys.
Yeah.
Somebody's probably done that.
This is like it wasn't even planned, but it's a perfect response to PlayStation getting rid of the stores for those old
Yeah, they were just like,
systems.
what? You can't play those games on your console? Here, play our old games on anything.
Yeah.
When are they
That's
going to
good.
start pushing Game Pass even more?
What do you mean?
Like, get Game Pass on Teslas. I've said this before. Get Game Pass on like Teslas. Get a 6-month free trial. Get it with TVs. Oh, you bought a TV? Here's a 6-month free trial. Just bundle it in with everything. You bought
How
a
would you-
microwave?
how would you play it?
6-month free trial.
How would you play it on a TV? You would need like a Windows computer, or Xbox.
You touch the screen.
Okay, but how does it
You just
run?
I don't know. You could maybe connect your phone and use that as a controller.
I think you're thinking of xCloud right now. Game Pass is you download the games and you play them like with the controller. xCloud is their stream to you.
Yeah, you get like a Game Pass Ultimate subscription with because xCloud isn't a separate thing.
Oh, right, it's part of Game Pass.
It's part of Game Pass. So you
Ultimate,
get that
yeah.
and boom. You can play it on the TV or in the Tesla.
But isn't it streamed from your Xbox or Windows to your device?
No, it's streamed from the cloud. They have
Oh.
Xboxes. I imagine they just have like a large building full of Xboxes.
Yeah,
And they call it the X building.
that would be actually pretty cool if they did have that.
It's
I
an
would-
X-shaped building.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, it's shaped like an X. It's very inconvenient, but it looks cool.
And then they have so-called server maintenance, which is actually one of the interns mining Bitcoin
Oh,
with the PCs. Yes.
right. It's an interesting conspiracy theory. I think it's
Not a
true. I'm gonna
conspiracy
go
theory.
on.
It's the truth.
Yeah. They have a giant building that's shaped like the letters Xbox, and then the rooms are filled with Xboxes, and it's streamed to you. That's great.
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
You want to move on? You got anything else?
Oh, so this is I think we can move on.
Yeah. Okay.
You
This is kind of this kind of tied into the main topic.
Yep.
This week had March 31st, which was the day that Mario died.
Very
So
sad.
things that died on March 31st:
Yeah.
Super Mario 3D All Star, Super Mario 35, the Fire Emblem NES game localization. What was it called? And that
I
pin
don't
set and the ability to upload courses on Mario Maker 1.
So right next to pin set, you wrote very sad.
It's very sad. Those are nice pins. I wanted them.
So let's start. So they started out back in September by revealing that All Stars and 35 and the pin set would all be limited releases. And then later they revealed the Fire Emblem and Mario Maker 1 stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If some people
So
thought it
sad
wasn't
about
going to
the pin
happen, it
Yeah, they're
happened.
like, it's a troll, you guys. It's April Fools. Come on.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
It's
Are
gone.
you sure?
Gone for good. Forever. Probably not forever, but gone for now.
Imagine if Nintendo just sent like Japanese men in suits to every Target or something just to go into the game aisle and destroy all copies of the game.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to stop retailers from selling the game, right?
Yeah, they'll be like,
So-
okay, just run out of stock and then
Yeah,
we're not going to give you any more.
yeah. So they'll probably still be in stock at some stores for a while.
Yeah. Search hard and you can probably still find it. Go, go, go.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, just don't waste your time buying a bad port, like, collection thing.
Hey, I bought that collection.
Yeah, you're a loser. You only got it for the pins, right? Because they were giving away pins with it.
They weren't giving away pins with it. You had to do the thing. You
Right.
had to do like different missions and stuff, and
But
one of them was getting the game.
one of the missions is buying the game, yeah. And
Yeah.
you only bought the game for the pins, or did you actually?
No, I pre-ordered the game to get the pins, but I would have bought the game later regardless.
Ah.
And I didn't even get the pins. They put them up 20 minutes early and had like 5 pin sets, and that's it.
Yeah. Are they still out of stock, or are they just given up?
They're still out of stock, and then yeah. The worst part is the second set of pins. Like I promised myself, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it anymore. You know, last time it was terrible. Next time they're probably gonna do the same thing. They're not gonna have any stock. But no, by March 31st, you could have still gotten the pin set, the second one.
Ah. And they're not giving the pin sets away anymore, right? Even if you already bought
I think you can buy like individual sets of pins for each game. So there's like three pins for each game, each Mario game. But they're like $20 per set. That's crazy.
It's like if you buy them all, that's the price of the game.
I think there's like 5 or 6 pins, so it's like a lot. It's like twice the price of the game.
Yeah. So yeah, I give that a 0 out of 10. Their decision to remove all this stuff.
Yeah, limited release is dumb.
Yes. Which ties into the main topic. Are you ready to talk about it?
Yeah.
So the main topic and the title of the episode is Has Nintendo Lost Its Soul? Basically, like, are they good or not?
The answer to that question is yes, they have lost their soul.
Yeah.
But the Vsauce answer is, did they ever have a soul?
Ooh.
I play the Vsauce music.
Technically, no, because they're a giant company made up of a bunch of people.
They never had a soul. Yeah.
If you're asking if they were at one point good, I would say yes.
Yeah, you know, they used to feel nicer, you know, back in the Wii U days.
Yeah.
They used to feel more soul-y.
Yeah. So what we've done here is we've created just a long list of bad stuff they've done.
It was hilarious because it only took us like 15 minutes or something to find all of this.
Yeah.
We're just like, remember all, you know, okay, we're doing an episode on Has Nintendo Lost Its Soul. We have to think of the bad things they've done. Boom. Giant list. Easy.
Probably like missing stuff here too.
Yeah.
But
okay, you read the list of games, so I'm gonna give you a break.
Ooh, I could do it. I could read this. But you do it.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Games never go on sale. Their Nintendo Switch Online sucks. Joy-Con drift. They shut down.
Hey, I thought we should
projects.
do no. One thing at a time, and then we talk about it, and then we move on to the next thing.
Okay.
Games never. You don't need to read them all at once. Games never go on sale. This is the first one. So this is something they've always had. It's not just part of the Switch.
No, they had Nintendo Selects before.
Right. But you know,
some games would just launch as Nintendo Selects. I think
those were price decreases, not sales.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, but their games went on sale before that as well.
Did they? I don't know.
Maybe.
Besides greed, I think the reason for this is because the cartridges are a lot more expensive than like a disc.
True.
But still, it's like come on. Yeah.
Just put the games on sale. Breath of the Wild is 4 years old now.
Yeah, and it's still at $60. No price decrease.
It has no right to be at $60.
Yeah. Like Horizon, you bought it for like $10, right? Or $4.
Yeah, probably like $6 to $8.
Yeah. I got it for free when I bought my PS4. So
and Nintendo is like, oh, you bought a Switch? Here's no games to go with it.
Yeah.
Please play Jump Rope Challenge.
Like even the Switches that come with games, they're still like, this is $400. Like, okay.
There you go.
I think, yeah, they should start with introducing Nintendo Selects this year. And then also having a, you go.
Yeah, put any major AAA game that came out in 2019 or before, put that as like $30.
Yeah.
That's a start. I mean, most of those games should be $0, but.
Yeah. And then also like put big games with the Switch and then make those bundles $300. So like the Switch is still $300 and you're just getting a game for free with it.
That would be great.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that. I think it could be like $320 or something.
Well, it doesn't need to be like a themed Switch, just like a plain Switch and like a game.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all we've got to say on games? Then everything.
Games never go on sale. I'm trying to think. So sometimes they do have sales, but it's always like an embarrassing thing where it's like it's $10 off and it's like a 4-year-old game. I think
I'm so grateful. Thank you, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I sent you this, but on Amazon, I think the Skyward Sword HD was like 11 cents off.
Yeah, you sent it. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what a great deal. An absolute steal.
Yeah. That's the lowest the price of that game will be for like several years. Which is
I'm laughing because that's absolutely true. It'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, $59.88. That's a steal.
Yeah, I think that was the price.
Is that how math works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. 99 minus 11 is 88.
Yeah.
And they only have sales for like the 2017 games. They don't do 2018, 2019, 2020.
Oh yeah.
So like they only have Splatoon 2 and Breath of the Wild and Odyssey are the ones that go on sale.
But you want to play Smash? Pay $60. Come on.
Yeah. And
I hear some people make the argument that, oh, it's because their games don't age as badly. You know, they stand the test of time. Shut up. God of War stood the test of time, and I got it for free with PS Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can think of plenty of games that stood the test of time better than the Nintendo games from a few years ago.
Yeah, but you have to admit, like most Nintendo games do stand the test of time. I guess you could. There's not a better phrase for
other games from other companies.
Yeah, but like how many PS1 games can you say have aged as well as Mario 64?
Well, I'm not talking PS1. I'm talking games from like 2017.
Yeah. Okay. In that sense, yeah.
That's a whole different thing where it's like games from 20 years ago are the Nintendo ones better.
You can't even get those on your Switch.
Yeah. Or
unless you pay $60 for 3 games.
You can get them on your Xbox.
Yeah, it's so weird. Nintendo 64 games, you can't get them on your Nintendo Switch, but you can get them on your Xbox.
Yeah. Like, I remember when Sakurai did that coverage for Banjo-Kazooie and Smash, and he was like, if you want to play these games, buy an Xbox.
Yeah, it was so... God.
Just
buy an Xbox, please.
Yeah.
Stop paying for Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
Just return your...
That was a good transition to the next topic, right?
Nintendo
Is that what
Switch
you're doing?
Online.
Was that intentional or bad? Oh, well,
It was intentional. It was very intentional.
Finish what you were saying then. I haven't interrupted.
Yeah, it's like stop paying for Nintendo Switch Online.
Yep.
Return your Switches to GameStop.
Yep.
Please buy Halo Infinite, and that's it.
Yeah. So the next thing is the online service, which is of course terrible. So they released it. Well, they announced it when the Switch came out, and they were like, it's coming at the end of 2017, and then it got delayed to like the end of 2018. So by that point, we had like a whole 2 years of free online, and then all of a sudden they were like, you have to pay for it now, and we're not improving it. It's still awful, and you get NES games for free, which nobody cares about.
Yeah, nobody actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about the NES games. I mean, the Super NES games, those are better, you know, but it's still not great.
And like the online still sucks. They still have
the online, like Mario Maker 2 is running at like 2 frames a second.
Yeah.
Right? That's not good.
Yeah.
It's like it's $20 a year, which isn't bad, you know. And it can be even less than that if you have like a family plan with multiple people, right? So it's not terrible, but like if you're paying for it, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's such a big difference between free and then paying literally any money at all.
Yeah.
Like I could be paying for, you know, I could be paying $1 a year and I'd still be like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
because I still have to pay for it. You know, there's
Yeah.
still money leaving my pocket.
Like, how come I have to pay, but then Nintendo just puts no money into the service at all?
Yeah, I think if they started the Switch with free online, they should have just ended it with free online. Just
Yeah.
don't. Why would you charge people money for the exact same service they've been paying for or they've been using for free?
Yeah. At that point, just have paid online at the beginning or don't have it at all.
I think the weirdest thing is that some games work better with the free online. Like Mario Kart 7's online is better than Mario Kart 8's.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U had better online than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch.
Yeah. God, Nintendo sucks.
Yeah. So I actually saw this week Nintendo, they re-uploaded the trailer from the UK. Like in the UK, when they first released Nintendo Switch Online, they had this trailer that was different from the US one. And now they put the UK one on the US channel today. And the trailer is still relevant because all the features of the online are the exact same and they haven't changed anything.
I think they also re-uploaded the trailer with an edit for Mario 35. Like Mario 35 was in the trailer, but it was going to leave the service in 7 days. Why are you advertising that?
Yeah, I don't. They're like, oh, don't forget to get it before it goes away. It works with nacho
They literally
fries.
sent emails about that.
Yeah, I got an email about that. Remember?
Yeah.
No, wait, no. I got an email from Nintendo saying happy birthday because I told them my birthday was April 1st.
What a great April Fool's joke. You really got Nintendo there.
Yeah.
You trolled them.
Yeah. They really fell for it. They believed me when I told them what my birthday was not. So,
what a troll.
Is that all we have to say about the online?
Basically, yeah.
Next up, Joy-Con drift. This is probably the biggest one on here. So
they had a problem for 3 years, and then they just straight up refused to answer it until very recently.
Like for up until 2020, I don't think they even had warranty covered for it. Like if you had drifting Joy-Con, it was just like
I relied on Best Buy because they had a warranty for it, but Nintendo didn't give out the warranty themselves.
Yeah.
But even Best Buy's service was terrible. I was like, hey, my Joy-Cons are drifting. Can I just give you these and you can give me mine? I have a warranty. Yeah. And they were like, nope, we're going to take your entire Switch. There you go. And that was great. I lost my saves because I did not have Nintendo Switch Online back then.
Well,
can't have cloud saves that way.
How much did you lose? Like, what games did you have? Mario Odyssey?
I had, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart. Breath of the Wild was the biggest loss. I lost like 100 hours of gameplay.
Is the saves thing on this list? Did we put it on there?
No, because I think Sony also locks cloud saves behind a wall.
Oh, wait, it's right here. It's right here. All right, we'll get to it. So, Joy-Con drift. It's been 4 years. They still haven't even told us if they are going to fix it. I don't believe it was intentional. But that's
that it was intentional.
Yeah, planned obsolescence. Like I don't remember what it's called.
I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just like I don't think they explicitly began like, oh yeah, they're gonna have to buy a new set every year.
Yeah, planned obsolescence. I think that's how you pronounce it.
But I think they just like cheaped out with the sticks.
I think it was intentional. I think they made controllers that don't work so that people would need to buy new ones. I think at the very least they knew Joy-Con drift was a thing before they released the Switch.
Maybe. Yeah. I could maybe agree with that.
Yeah.
But like Sony has the same thing.
Well,
and I'm pretty sure it's just because they use cheap stick bases and they don't want to make it more
how
expensive.
Sony's doing in 4 years, if they have fixed it or not.
Yeah, speaking of how Sony's doing, I just want to bring this up. My DualSense started drifting. You know this.
Oh, right, yeah.
And we had a whole thing where we were, where I was trying to get it turned in so I could get a replacement. Mm-hmm. And the whole system just doesn't work for the PS5 stuff.
Yeah.
Like you could turn in your dual shock controller perfectly fine. They have a whole system. They're like, give us the serial number and all that. We'll get it done. But with the PS5 stuff, you just have to, you can't do anything. it's like, oh, please go to our support page, but you're on the support page, and when you do the live chat thing, they just reroute you to some phone number.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So it's either we're too stupid to figure out how it works, or it's broken. So
It's broken. It's obviously broken because they have a normal working system for the PS4.
Yeah. So
Even Nintendo got it. Okay, like their support page works.
well, Nintendo only made theirs again like 3 years after
it
the
took them
Switch came out.
3 years. Fine.
So we'll see how Sony's doing in 3 years. See if they made the PS5 thing yet. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's very suspicious that Joy-Con drift has been around for this long, and Nintendo has not even mentioned that they're trying to fix it, and that the Switch Mini launched with Joy-Con drift. So
yeah, that was so bad. Like you can't even just send off the Joy-Cons because they don't come off. You have to send away the whole console.
So regardless if it was intentional the first time, definitely intentional the second, because they 100% knew those Joy-Cons on the Switch Mini were going to drift, and they still released it anyway.
Switch Lite.
Switch Lite? Oh,
Yeah,
I've been
Switch
saying Mini.
Yeah, you've been saying Mini.
I thought it was Mini. It's Lite. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Come on, get with the terminology.
My point still stands, though. I'm still right.
Still stands. Come on.
Yeah.
It's such a terrible thing. Like, how do you it doesn't work?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just don't care because the Switch just keeps on.
It's because Nintendo's fan base is so bad.
Yeah.
They'll buy anything.
They'll like defend Joy-Con drift.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's a good thing, actually.
Actually, everything we mentioned here, there's at least one Nintendo fan that has defended it sometime.
Yeah. Nintendo's entire fan base is just God. Everybody go harass a Nintendo fan. I don't know.
Yeah.
They deserve it. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, their fan base is very bad, and they'll defend anything.
We should have put that on the list, but I guess it's not really
honorable mention right here. Nintendo fan base. Bad.
Nintendo fan base. Yeah. So it's the first 3, and we have like 15 on this list. So
God. Okay, we might have to speed this up. I don't know.
No, we'll speed it up at the end. I think these next few will go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next up, shutting down of fan games and projects. So like fans will make a game, and then Nintendo, they send like a cease and desist, and then it's gone. So they did this a lot with emulators.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon Company does this a lot, where people will spend like a decade making a Pokemon fan game, and then it gets shut down. Can you think of another example? Another Metro 2 remake got shut down.
Yeah. Nintendo fan games shut down. A total of 379 fan-made games have been removed.
Wow.
From Game Jolt. Oh.
Mario 64 mods get shut down.
Oh yeah, there was that amazing Nintendo 64 or Mario 64 port to PC. That one is actually really cool. I saw a great video on that.
Probably has more effort put into it than the 3D All-Stars port.
Yeah, it really did. Like everyone is working completely for free there, and they're hunting down the old textures. They're making new models based on the promotional art for the game. Yeah. It's so amazing. And then Nintendo, they have a team of professional game developers. They're like, upscaled 4x3 port, take it or leave it.
Miyamoto himself, he's coming in, shutting down these ports and being like, nope, you got to buy the real one.
Yeah. Oh, it seems another one. Somebody made a Super Mario 64 HD remake in the Mario Galaxy engine. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I was just like mods people put out for Mario 64, and those are getting shut down.
Someone made a Zelda maker. They shut that one out.
Yeah. This kind of connects here. I just realized it was a thing, but I forgot to put on the list. Remember when they shut down the people making the Etika Joy-Cons?
Oh yeah, but those guys, apparently there was something fishy going on there.
Well, yeah, but they were giving the money to charity. Like
no, I think something was going on where they weren't giving the money to charity.
Oh. Well, I guess, yeah.
They were like pocketing some.
Still, it wasn't very nice of Nintendo to do.
True.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they also took down Dreams Mario assets.
Oh, right.
They're like, is that a Mario model in Dreams? Take that down. Come on.
So they were taking down Dreams games that were in Dreams?
I don't know how that works, but probably something like that, you know? There's Pokemon Uranium.
Oh, right. That was the Pokemon one I was referring to. I think
Yeah.
the developers spent like 7 years working on that one, and it got shut down like the day after it was released.
It's so sad because people spend, so long just making these games out of just nothing but love for these franchises.
Yeah.
They care so much about these series and these IPs, and Nintendo, instead of being like Sega and bringing them in to make something like Sonic Mania, they just shut it down.
Like Sonic Mania stuff was big news at the time because back then Nintendo was just going all out with shutting people down, and that was like around like the same week Sega announced Sonic Mania, and they were bringing in.
Yeah, and like look how good Sonic Mania turned out. Sonic Mania is a solid 10.
It's like the best Sonic game in over 10 years.
Yeah, and then Nintendo, like imagine if they got fans to work on a Paper Mario game.
Yeah.
People would be, so many people would be so much happier.
Yeah.
Because they know what made those games click for so many people.
Yeah. It's like when they made Mario Rabbids, and the people that worked on that game were actual Mario fans, and then the game turned out really good. You haven't played Mario Rabbids, but I think
I haven't.
It's great. One of the best
the
Switch
development
games.
behind that was very passionate.
Yeah, I really like that game. So yeah, is that all for fan games?
Yeah.
Next one.
Next up. Yeah.
Limited releases.
Limited releases. Oh my god.
So this is, we kind of already talked about this, but this is more of a recent thing. This is last year.
They didn't do this much before.
Yeah. Everything we've talked about so far has been stuff that's been going on since basically the beginning of the Switch era, and maybe even before that. But this is only last year they started doing this. So hopefully they don't do it more, but we'll have
we'll making a game and taking off not only like the digital, or not just stopping like physical prints, because I can understand that, if it's an anniversary thing, they're taking up space on the assembly line, you could use that for other games. Yeah, fine. But don't take it off the digital store, because they gain literally nothing from that. Because you can still, like if you had 3D All-Stars, you can still reinstall it after March 31st, right? So they still have that on their servers. It costs them basically nothing to keep it up there. They're just taking it off for the sake of FOMO.
Yeah, to get people to be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this game because it's going away soon.
Or if you want pin sets,
Right, but that's not really connected to the limited release thing.
Yeah,
right?
It's
kind of. Like if the game was just always available, I'm sure the pin still would have been a limited release.
Yeah, and then another thing, Super Mario 35, that was also limited release.
Right.
And it was something, why would you do that? It's another why would you do that? Because this is something that is actively adding value to Nintendo Switch Online,
Yeah.
Nintendo should be adding more games like this, more stuff like Tetris 99, not taking it out.
Yeah, Tetris 99 just made this look super embarrassing. Because like Tetris 99 is incredible, it's awesome, it's great, and then this is like, it's all right, and they're taking it away in a few months. Or,
like they're actively lowering the value of their own service.
Yeah, which connects to the thing we talked about earlier, the online service. All the bad stuff,
the games made it a little bit more worth it. Like Tetris 99 easily worth $20 a year. Come on.
I mean, I do like Tetris 99. It's awesome. The best Switch game. That's not true, but I don't know. I played it a lot.
I mean, yeah.
When I used to use my Switch, I played a lot.
Yeah. Another limited release thing, the Fire Emblem localization. This is a game that was never localized in the West.
Yeah.
And they just decided, we're just going to take that down as well.
Is this really the kind of game you want to do a limited release for? Because, like, it's...
I think they did a thing with Earthbound as well, but it wasn't limited. Like, they localized the first Earthbound game, I think.
Right.
And they didn't make it a limited release. They've done it before.
Was a few years ago, like for the Wii U Virtual Console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've already done this and you did it right. Don't mess it up this time.
It's also like this is an old Fire Emblem game, like really old. So only like the hardcore Fire Emblem fans are interested. So
Yeah,
those are
but
the
also,
people.
it's an NES game.
Yeah,
Would it have hurt? Like, would it have really broken the bank to just put it on NSO?
like I doubt there were people that like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about this 30-year-old Fire Emblem game. Oh, it's limited release, gotta get it now. Like
Yeah, who did that convince Nintendo?
Yeah.
I'd like to meet those people.
the people that were gonna buy this are already the people that were giant Fire Emblem fans and would buy anything Fire Emblem. So, I don't.
And also, you're missing the opportunity where, I don't know, little Jimmy buys Fire Emblem Three Houses like a month from now and gets really hooked on it and wants to see, one of the older games.
Yeah.
What happens when little Jimmy becomes a big Fire Emblem fan? Huh? He can't buy it. Think about little Jimmy, Nintendo.
He has to settle for Fire Emblem Warriors, and then he becomes a Warriors fan. We can't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't settle for Fire Emblem Three Houses either. What a terrible game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's bad, actually.
I heard that one's good. You own it, right? You just haven't played it?
Yeah. I own it, but I haven't played it.
I do not own it.
The graphics are not good.
Isn't it hand-drawn, though? I'm confused. I don't know.
No, it's a 3D game.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, it's not going to look good.
Yeah. That's basically a given. But is that all we've got to say on the limited release thing?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. I remembered a topic. I was like, oh, that's another bad thing Nintendo did, but then I forgot it. So
let's hope you remember then.
We'll just cover the ones on the list. Quite a lot.
This is easily enough.
Yeah.
No legacy content.
No legacy content. This is kind of a connection to the Fire Emblem that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So back in the Wii and DS, they had the Virtual Console, and then they brought that over to the Wii U and 3DS. And then the Switch was just gone. I assume because of Nintendo Switch Online. Where they had
the Wii U is basically the all-in-one like Nintendo box. You could play Wii U, N64, GameCube.
No, GameCube you couldn't play on Wii U.
GameCube wasn't on there? No?
Only GameCube was on Wii, but not on Wii U.
Oh, yeah. But you could play N64, NES. Yeah. I think you could play DS games on there as well. That was really cool.
I don't think that's true. Or it might be true. Sure. Like some DS games, but not like a good proportion.
Yeah. There are 31 games available to play on Wii U.
Yeah,
DS
so not
games.
Yeah.
Not all of them. But that's a good amount, 31, not bad.
Yeah, Nintendo used to have like every system was backward compatible and like everything had a Virtual Console, and the Switch, and then they're like, and we're done with that. It's not backwards compatible with anything, and it doesn't have Virtual Console of any kind.
Yeah, I'd be fine with this I'd be fine with not having an actual Virtual Console if they just put it on the service.
Yeah.
Right? Nintendo Switch Online. And they did, kind of, right? They started with NES games, and then we were like, okay, is it going to go to more platforms? They confirmed that when they put SNES games on there. But then they stopped. Like, why are you being so slow? Just give it to us quickly.
I think they're like, well, yeah, this is good for $20, like 30-year-old games. That's good. I think they're done adding stuff.
I think they know that people will pay for it. Yeah. At first, I was like, N64 could still come. I don't think they see that much value in it. But then they put N64 game at a $20 valuation in 3D All Stars.
I never thought N64 was going to come. I thought it was going to be Game Boy that they were going to add.
Oh, Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy would probably fit well.
Yeah, but they didn't do that anyway, so I was like, okay. It just would have been cool to have Pokemon on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that's going to be coming in a Pokemon collection.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
$60. That's not cool.
It depends on how much Pokemon they put in there. If it's like the first 5 gens, then I think that's worth $60. Or like
that's a lot of game. Yeah, that is a lot of game.
Yeah.
But come on, this is the same company that charged $60 for Sword and Shield.
You're right. That'll be.
I hate Sword and Shield so much.
Have we already talked about how we hate Sword and Shield?
I think it's a given.
Yeah. I think we talked about that when we covered Pokemon, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
But I just don't like it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like how cheap it is and how they didn't really do much, but it is kind of a fun game.
I think at its core, Pokemon will always be fun.
Yeah, exactly. But I wish they'd put more effort into it.
Yeah, but I am very excited for Arceus
Yeah,
Legends game. Yeah,
I think that'll be cool.
that one looks very new and very fresh.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of being excited or not for Diamond and Pearl remix. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all we've got to say on that?
Let me think. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait, no. So instead of having the legacy content, backwards compatibility, and all that stuff, the Wii U games are being re-released for $60 rather than just being like eShop games for like 20 or something. Do we have expensive ports on this list?
No, maybe not.
So let's talk about that here then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had Tropical Freeze, which was it launched for 50 on Wii U, and then later became 20 with Nintendo Selects. And then when it came to Switch, it was 60, which is the highest price that game has ever been, despite being 4 years old at the time it released. Then other ones like Hyrule Warriors, like 3D World, that was another one that was 20 on Wii U and now it's 60 on Switch. Do you think of any others?
No, I can't.
Pokken Tournament was maybe a Nintendo Select.
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of, like Tropical Freeze. Come on, it was originally 50, then it got downgraded to 20. Now you can buy it on Switch for 60.
Yeah.
Yay. What's the difference?
$10.
Donkey Kong holds a Switch in idle mode instead of a 3DS. That's worth $60.
Although the 3DS is a superior system, so really it's like a downgrade.
True.
Yeah.
Fine.
So anyway, now we can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So some games
cloud save situation.
Yeah. So back when they announced the NSO would have cloud saves, they were like, here are the games that wouldn't have cloud saves. And it was, at the time, Pokemon Let's Go and Splatoon 2. And I don't think Sword and Shield have cloud saves either.
Yeah, they don't have cloud saves either. And I think Animal Crossing didn't have it until recently.
Right. So the reason for all those is because they were scared of cheating, which is like...
Who's going to cheat in Animal Crossing?
Yeah, cheating...
Oh no, what happens if they break the economy?
Yeah. Oh. Well, it only affects them. And yeah, the Pokemon, who cares if someone cheats? Splatoon 2, I guess you could be worried, but other consoles have cloud saves for that stuff, and they just
especially like Splatoon 2 and Animal Crossing. Those are games that you will sink hundreds of hours into. Those are, one is a competitive game and one is a simulation type game. Like you put a lot of time into those.
And you can put a lot of time into Pokemon.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, you lost your system?
Yeah.
Start over. It's okay.
Even just you want to upgrade because Best Buy took your Switch to fix your Joy-Cons.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Best Buy support is not very good.
Yeah.
No, they're all right.
But even then, when they
that one time,
when they made like Switch Pro or something like that, and someone wants to upgrade, they'll lose all that progress. So yeah,
that's like actively discouraging upgrading. God.
Yeah, you're losing money from that. Which I guess money isn't the motivator here; it's cheating. But just get anti-cheating stuff like the other companies have.
Yeah, it can't be that hard,
Yeah.
Nintendo just isn't willing to put in any effort at all.
Yeah, it's like also with the Animal Crossing thing, with the anti-cheating stuff. It reminds me of the big controversy that happened when people would just fast forward their clocks to get a bunch of stuff when the game came out.
Oh yeah, it's like who cares?
Some people were mad about that, you can't cheat like that. You have to play the game Nintendo wants you to play. I don't
And
care.
who cares? How does it affect you in any way?
Yeah. Yeah, just let people skip ahead their clocks if they want. Who cares? Talking
Just
of
let people enjoy things. Come on.
Speaking
Don't
of-
be.
yeah. Speaking of Animal Crossing, the one island per system limit is another thing on this list. So they had this when Animal Crossing first came out, and it's still around now. Basically, if you got Animal Crossing, you could only have one island, even if you had multiple accounts. It would all be shared on one island. Basically, the
If you
goal
want,
of this, yeah,
I'm going to point to little Jimmy, I think it was from before,
Right.
resident Fire Emblem fan, right? If he has a sister
Yep.
and he and his sister want to play Animal Crossing, right? But they want their own islands because they're little kids and can't cooperate at all.
Yep.
God, I hate little kids. Anyways, if they want to cooperate, right?
Yep.
They only have one choice, right? You have to, if they don't want to cooperate and they both want their own islands,
Yep.
well, one of them is going to have to get their own Switch.
yeah,
Like that's at least a $200 investment if they want a new Switch.
yeah.
So why? You know,
Oh,
most games,
The reason was
even Breath of the Wild has it.
Nintendo does
Right.
this a lot. Is what they do is they force people to play the way Nintendo wants you to play the game. So like they wanted people to be sharing islands and doing all that stuff with each other, and they forced people into it instead of letting them make the choice. Kind of like how
Like
they
every other
force-
game,
Yeah.
if you just make another account on the system, you can have a brand new save.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly fine.
Mhm.
And even on like the 3DS, if you wanted, multiple islands, it wasn't as easy. You couldn't have multiple saves,
Yeah.
but you just buy like another cartridge and that would have its own save.
Yeah.
And at least that's not a $200 investment. That's just like $40 or $20, depending on if you bought the Nintendo Selects version.
I'm adding forced motion controls to this list because it's not on here already. So we can just talk about that next.
Is that what you were thinking of that you couldn't remember?
No, I just thought of that right now when we were talking
Oh.
about Nintendo forcing you to use stuff.
You still can't remember that thing then?
That might have been it. I don't remember what it was
Oh.
at all.
Very unfortunate then.
Yeah. Could have
But
been anything.
yeah. Do you want to do the force motion controls?
Yes. So in a few games now, this is very big on the Wii because the Wii was all motion controls. They would force you to play with motion controls. Skyward Sword, Galaxy, all that stuff. And then with the Wii U, they forced you to use the gamepad for all that stuff. And now on the Switch, they continue to force people to use motion controls. So like Mario Odyssey, that was a big one. Breath of the Wild, you could turn them off. It's Let's Go had that thing where it forced you to throw the Pokeball with the Joy-Con. It's just annoying, especially when like everyone else in the industry is moving towards making things like friendly for like disabled people and all that stuff.
Yeah, like
Nintendo-
accessibility is such a big thing now.
Accessibility. Like you choose how you want to play it. Like blind people can play Last of Us 2, and then Nintendo is over here with their Skyward Sword HD. Like you gotta swing around your arms like a crazy person.
I think in 3D All Stars as well.
Yeah.
If you're playing in docked mode, you
Yep.
use the gyro for the pointer.
Yeah.
That's forced motion controls, but you can't exactly point like you did in on the Wii. So whatever. And I like gyro aiming. I think it works very well. I think more games should have that. But what I don't like is that when you're playing in handheld mode, you have to use the touchscreen. You have to take your hand off the controller and point with your finger on the screen.
All be options, but Nintendo just refuses. They hate that.
Yeah, like you
They
already
hate the
have the
options.
code written
Yeah.
for gyro aim, but you
Like
just
how-
refuse to let us do
Yeah.
that.
It's like how when 3D All Stars came out, you couldn't use a GameCube controller to play Sunshine, but they added that later.
Yeah, like it is a GameCube game. Come on.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard.
Yeah.
I think 3D All Stars can be its own category. Like there's just so much wrong
It
there.
probably could be, actually, because several of the things on here connect to it. Limited releases, forced motion controls. Yeah.
Lackluster ports, right?
Yeah. Which we didn't list on here, but we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
So you talk about this next one because I think you're very passionate about it.
Yeah, I am very passionate. I'm a very strong advocate for Miis. So these were the little guys from the Wii era where you could make your own Mii and it would look like you. It was like a very fancy character creator, pretty innovative for the time.
Not really.
You know, they were
Like,
fun. Okay.
Like The Sims had been around for a decade at that point, and it had a character creator.
But still, like
Mii's
Mii's were great. You know, they added so much character to any game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're playing Wii Sports, there you are. You're the Mii. You know, you're playing Mario Kart, there you are. You're the Mii. Yeah. It was so much fun, you know, and you know, it was such a big part of the like the 3DS and Wii U era. You know,
Definitely.
The Wii to 3DS and Wii U era.
And I mean, they are still on the Switch. Like you could.
They're still on the Switch, but you never see them.
Yeah.
It's so sad because they're just buried in a menu.
Yeah. Well, they're making a comeback. Remember?
Oh yeah, Miitopia. Yeah. I really hope they are. You know, because like when the Switch came around, I think Nintendo was trying to distance themselves from the Wii branding.
Yeah.
Right, because they wanted to get away from the whole casual message, right?
Just like
they wanted to become more of like a
I'm not really sure
more like a lifetime. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they were trying to.
But like when you open up the Switch, right? There's like no apps, no pre-built apps or anything.
Yeah.
Like 3DS had Mii Plaza, Mii Maker, Street Pass, all that. Right? And it was so much fun. But when you open up the Switch, it's just blank.
Yeah.
And you have to go into the menu to make a Mii.
Yeah. Photos, like settings. Okay.
Yeah, come on. The 3DS had so much useless garbage put into it that was still so much fun. Like it had an audio editor. For goodness sake.
Like themes, those are gone on the Switch. You just choose between black and white now.
Wow, such great themes, you know?
Yeah.
But
put in like blue.
I feel like when they started to get away from these, that was when Nintendo lost its soul. Because they represented such a big part of Nintendo and, you know, their identity.
I mean, yeah, you are true. You are right about that. But it's more just like the Wii U to Switch transition than it is the Mii to no Mii transition.
I think that getting rid of Mii's actually led to the Switch being terrible. It's not really the Switch getting away from the Wii U.
Everything on this list, it's all because of Mii's are gone.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about Mii's. I think they're so amazing. They're such a great thing, but they were wronged by not being as heavy of an emphasis on the Switch. But now we're getting a new Mii game, Miitopia.
Yep.
So that makes me very happy and very hopeful because I think Tomodachi Life 2 is on the table now.
Yeah. Did we talk about Tomodachi Life yet?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, and you talked about how you really liked it.
We made you in the Tomodachi Life.
You made me.
It predicted what foods you liked.
Yeah, and it was accurate. Like I told you what food I liked, and then the Mii version liked it as well.
So, and I was like, I gave you a cinnamon bun, and it didn't like it. Do you like cinnamon buns? No. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Technology, you know.
Yeah.
But this next thing, you just put this down. Was this what you were thinking of?
This is the thing. I remembered what it was. The thing I thought about, but then I forgot.
Amazing.
It was the content creator program that they used to have, where you have to register with them, and then you were allowed to make videos about their games. They got rid of this a couple of years ago, but still, they had it. And then even to this day, they're still taking down music on YouTube, like just videos of the music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're allowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talk about it.
Yeah. So like the content creator program, I did not know much about this. I was not paying attention to Nintendo YouTube, and it was a thing.
Yeah.
But it seems like they got rid of it around the start of the Switch era, right?
No, like a couple of years after, like 2019, 2018.
Oh God, that's really bad then.
Yeah.
But I think it had something where you'd have to give part of the money to them.
Right.
You'd only like review specific games or something.
Yeah. Like they had a list of the games you were allowed to show footage of. It It was just awful.
Yeah, like if you weren't part of it, you just couldn't show footage from their games, and you just couldn't cover them.
And before the content creator program, they had nothing. They would just take down anyone that showed their games at all.
Yeah, like, did they not understand that it's just free advertising? Just take it.
Yeah, they're just so behind on everything.
Like, yeah, they just can't, get with the times on basic things. This next one, taking down music on YouTube.
Yeah. So
I am very passionate about this.
They continued to do it even after they got rid of the content creator program. Like Gilva Sunner was a big one that got a lot of his stuff taken down.
Yeah, that was terrible. Like he's such a good creator with a lot of stuff on game music, Yeah.
Pretty much any song you're looking for from Nintendo, he has it on his channel.
Yeah. Shout out to Gilva Center. Good stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
And like people defended this. They were like, oh, they're posting their own copyrighted music stuff. It's not good. Yeah. But Nintendo isn't offering you a way to listen to it otherwise, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they don't have their songs on Spotify. They don't have subscription service that you pay for their music. It's not like an app on the Switch or whatever. I think I made a mock-up of a Switch UI redesign from a while ago where there was an app on the Switch.
Audience does not know this, but back in November, you were working pretty hard on your version of what the Switch UI would look like and making it look more like the PS5 UI, like the eShop and the home stuff. And I helped you out by giving you feedback. That was fun.
Yeah, you helped a lot. You had some really good feedback. Yeah. Honestly. I didn't know that you shouldn't have diagonal stuff on your designs. I didn't. Yeah, but I'm pretty proud of that. It was very good.
You did good. It was really good.
I think that was a better thing than Nintendo's online. Or what am I saying? Nintendo's UI.
But maybe I should post those to the Instagram the account we have, as a little bonus.
Maybe there'll be
you think we should?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
If we remember to do that, you can find it on our Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah.
At Start Select Podcast on Instagram and Start Select Cast on Twitter. There you go. Next up. Right? Do you have anything?
Anything else for this? No.
No? Okay.
No. I'll do this one. So next up, stock shortages for products.
There you go.
I just could not say that. I don't know why. But so this is mainly referring to Amiibo, I assume. And also the Switch when Animal Crossing came out. And the Wii when the Wii
and pin sets.
And pin sets.
But I'm gonna bring this up a lot.
When I read this, I thought of Amiibo.
Amiibo was the big thing.
Yeah, I think they do this intentionally because when you see it, you're like, oh, that thing is pretty rare, so I gotta get it.
It makes people that normally wouldn't want something to get it.
Yeah.
Artificial scarcity.
I might be incompetence, but I don't think it's incompetence.
If it is incompetence, that just looks even worse. Because how can you be incompetent this many times in a row?
Yeah, for this many years.
Yeah. I imagine every single day, Nintendo just gets a new boss, and the new boss has to learn everything in a day. That's why they keep messing up.
Yeah. Doug Bowser was fired years ago. It's been just a different person every single day.
And that person has never been on social media, so they don't know what everybody's mad about.
Yeah. It's like a little baby they have as the boss. It's Boss Baby.
I believe, Oh my god. The Boss Baby runs Nintendo.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody tell Doug Bowser he stole his spot. Okay. Anyway, but I think they've always had this sort of thing. When something just launches, fine. You're always going to have stock shortages there, especially if they underestimated how much of a success it was going to be with stuff like the Wii or DS. Yeah. I could get that, but if it's been months since Amiibo were introduced, or if this is your third or fourth Amiibo wave, You shouldn't have these issues.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
these
they
are
should
basic
have
things.
figured it out. I think they did figure it out with the amiibo for a while. Like a lot of the old ones you could get still. But like whenever they introduce a new amiibo, it's always impossible to get. Like I think the old ones like Mario and Link, like you can get those pretty easily still.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
They
But,
got
like,
it down for the amiibo now. I think. I don't think there are that many stuck. No, for the Banjo and Xenoblade ones, right?
I think new
Those
ones
ones
are
had some
still
trouble. Yeah.
new ones are still selling poorly, but like not selling poorly, but like they're poorly managed and like it's hard to get them. But old ones are pretty easy to get. So, like just wait a couple years and then you can get it pretty easily. Me
Yeah.
too.
So I think it's not as big of a problem as most of these other things, but it's still an issue.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
I
almost done
agree
with the
with that.
list.
No, we
Yes.
have like a third
Oh, we
still
have
left
okay,
to go.
fine.
And besides, the episode is long enough at this point. We've been recording for like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Microtransactions and loot boxes.
Yes. In mobile games specifically.
Yeah.
They don't
Nintendo is
do
like one of the
this-
few publishers that keeps the microtransactions out of their games.
Yeah. So they don't have any in their main games, just DLC. But then when it comes to the mobile games, it's just no rules. They go all out. Microtransactions. You need to pay to like play at certain times. Or if you play enough, they'll be like, we're stopping you from playing, or you have to spend money to play more. And loot
It's because they
boxes
want you to
will
go outside. They're so nice. They
No.
care for your well-being.
You know that's not it.
Stop playing the game and go outside.
Although with Pokemon
They do that
Go,
in some games.
Yeah.
Like on the Wii, if you play a game for too long, they'll be like, take a break.
Yeah,
No,
but they didn't stop you from playing. They'd be like, hey,
they didn't
we
stop. That would be too much.
should- Yeah.
If they did that, God. But I'd say some of these are okay. Like,
Yeah.
I think Mario Run, when you
Yeah.
pay to get the rest of the levels, may be fine. I don't know how much it costs. But whatever it is, it's probably
It's $10 to
$10?
get the rest of the levels. Like you get 4 for free, I think, and then it's $10 to get the rest. Which
I think that's not bad.
I think that's
It's not
too much for a
terrible.
mobile
That's
game.
not too terrible.
I
But
think it
stuff
should be
like
free.
Animal Crossing. Oh yeah. Yeah, Animal Crossing and then the Mario Kart Tour. Those two are terrible.
Yeah, it gets worse every time. Like Run isn't that bad, and then Animal Crossing they introduce loot boxes, and then Tours just everything is wrong.
Yeah, Tour
It's-
is just such a blatant gotcha game where it's like, oh, let's shoot something out of the pipe. It means you're getting a loot box, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like, you know, they force you to pay coins or rubies or whatever.
Yeah.
It has all the mobile game tropes.
Yeah.
It's
Which
like
sucks because like that's the one with the actual cool characters. Well, 8 Deluxe.
they put all the money into that one.
Yeah.
They keep adding characters and tracks. And we're like, nobody cares. Who is still playing this game? Just make Mario Kart 9.
I've heard the Dr. Mario mobile game though. That's just Dr. Mario. Like it doesn't have the paid.
I think it's
microtransactions.
slower. It's like a reverse Dr. Mario where the things they're like floating down or they're floating up instead of going down. And you
I don't
spin
know.
them.
I don't know much about
Yeah.
Dr. Mario.
It's a good
I-
puzzle game.
I know that's the one where they have like 3 Goombas stacked on top of each other and they're in a lab coat.
Oh yeah. Dr. Goomba. That
Yeah.
was good. Good
Yeah.
character design.
Yeah. And then they have
Dr.
the whale
Goomba for
from-
Smash? Question mark?
Yeah, and they also had the whale from 3D World as Doctor.
The
Yeah.
whale? Oh,
Remember the-
Plessy.
Plessy, that's the name.
Yeah,
Which is, yeah.
that's crazy.
Yes. So I think now we can start going a little bit faster, or we'll
Yeah,
see.
okay.
Yeah. So eShop shovelware. So this wasn't really a problem at the beginning. At the beginning, they did a good job of like filtering out stuff. Now though, they'll just let anything on, you know.
Yeah.
they-
I think some game engines they come with like a default game,
Yeah.
and some person just put the default game up, and it made it onto the storefront.
Yeah, a bunch of people just do that, or like they just use default assets to make the default game, and then it's like okay. and then they sell it.
Like, they didn't even change anything. It was just the default game.
Yep. Which
And it
normally
worked.
the default game is like Minecraft with zombies and a gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the Wii Shop channel also had an issue with this. So it's not a new thing.
Yeah. But
Wii
like
Shop had its
just
fair
the fact
share.
that they started out filtering it, like we're back at the beginning. They did a good job of filtering that stuff. And then now they don't do it anymore. It's like, well,
I
why
think
did you do it
Nintendo
in the
just
first
gave
place?
up on trying to be
Yeah,
nice.
they just stopped caring. They gave up.
They're like, okay, at the beginning of the Switch generation, people are like, wow, Nintendo is really changing. They're
Yeah.
being better. And now people know, no, they're terrible. They're still terrible.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, why try anymore? Just put the garbage on there.
Yeah. So this one, it's not as bad as the others because this is something Microsoft and Sony also do. It's like it's not like they're worse than the competition. They're just kind of on the same level.
Everybody is equally terrible,
Yeah.
in this one aspect.
Yeah. So next one.
Yeah.
So
That
this
was
one,
quick.
another recent one, when they shut down the modded Melee tournament, people were using Flippy, I believe is the name of the mod,
Yeah.
to play Melee from home, to like fight each other, and Nintendo shut it down, which is dumb because it's like a free tournament. And yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like they can't exactly get together and play normally either.
But Nintendo was just like, nope, you don't get to play it, which it just stops people from being exposed to Smash Bros.
Yeah, I think Slippy is really cool though, because it's pretty friendly for newcomers, right? It's easy to use, and it's free, right? So that's that's a genuinely cool thing, and the online works pretty well.
Yeah.
Like if Nintendo were Sega, I could see them being like, "Hey, how'd you get this to work? Can you fix our online?"
Yeah, I can imagine Sega would just put Melee like on the Switch for free.
Here you go.
Yeah,
try using
online.
Slippy as well. We welcome these fan makers in.
But nope, Nintendo shut it down. And then they also shut down the Splatoon tournament. Many people think because the players put hashtag free Melee in their names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which, it's disappointing.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because the thing that we wrote down, low prizes for the Splatoon tournament.
Yeah,
it was like
so the prize for the Smash tournament, the Melee one, was like several $1,000s. The prize for winning the Splatoon tournament that they shut down, it was like $20 in eShop currency per person.
It's like, yeah, if you win our tournament, you can get money that you can only spend by giving it back to us.
And not even like $60 enough to buy a game, just 20.
You can't buy a full game.
Yeah.
Maybe if they had Nintendo Selects, fine, but this is just a whole crossover.
Yeah.
Maybe you could buy some of the shovelware.
Yeah. Oh, right. Maybe they did that on purpose. So like the prices are going to be low. Let's make sure we have some cheap games for people to buy. Yeah. Definitely intentional. It's all connected. 100%. Maybe if you combine all this bad stuff, it's actually good. Maybe they're the best company.
I mean, you never know until you try. And Nintendo has tried a lot.
So 2 more things on this list. So we have Nintendo Labo. Launched, the first pack was $70. The robot pack was like $80, I think. And then the third pack they released $70. And they had the VR one, which is like $70 or $80. Basically, it's annoying because you're paying way too much money for just cardboard and,
Yeah.
I have one of the Nintendo Labos, the third one, which is like the vehicle kit.
How is it?
It was pretty fun making it, but the games are like, eh. You're definitely paying for the making part, not the playing part.
I got a bit of a different perspective on this because I used to agree with it, right? I still think that $70 is too much, but I recently started to, this, but I recently got into Gunpla, or which is plastic models of Gundam that you put together with it's just all snap fits. Yeah. So they're more expensive for the engineering of it, where you don't need any tools or anything to put it together. So I'm thinking maybe that's why these are more expensive. because it's just cardboard, but you're still making all these things that just snap together with just your hands, or no tools or anything else, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe that's why, maybe you're paying for the engineering behind it.
Maybe it's a fair price. It's cardboard, It's,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gundams are plastic, I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, maybe because I haven't built any, but like if the engineering is really clever, and by the end of the build, you're like, wow, that was really smart how they used the cardboard in this way.
Honestly, I don't think this one is that bad. I just put it on here because it seemed like it might be worth mentioning.
Yeah, I think $70 is too much,
Yeah.
but I do think that it shouldn't be like $10.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. I thought it was cool the way like the instructions are delivered with this 3D model that you can zoom around and stuff in the Switch like screen, and it was really helpful and really good. Like, definitely they put a lot of effort into that. It's like you could fast forward and rewind and look at all the stuff, like turn it around, and it was very good.
It has nice sound effects too. I've seen videos of it.
Yeah.
It's like very, very satisfying, like a pop sound, whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe this is like a maybe Nintendo's bad.
Yeah, this isn't that bad, honestly. It is bad though when they charged $100 for the home circuit thing.
Oh yeah, that was
too much.
I think they put out a form recently for like, are you interested in Mario Kart Home Circuit? And people, and if you said no, they'd be like, why are you not interested? And they knew. They obviously knew because some of the choices. Hang on, I'm just gonna find the tweet because somebody tweeted about it. I believe it was Push Dustin. He's like a guy on Twitter who does stuff for Did You Know Gaming. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, so what are the main reasons that you are not interested in purchasing Mario Kart Live Home Circuit? So the ones that he clicked, my home is too small for this to be fun. It's too expensive for one cart. I don't think this would work well in my home. I own one Nintendo Switch, so we wouldn't be able to play multiplayer. I am concerned it wouldn't have much replay value. I would want to purchase multiple carts for multiplayer, which is too expensive. It looks like it would be inconvenient to set up each time. So they know what the problems are.
Yeah, they're aware of it.
Yeah, $100 is way too expensive. And it's way too expensive to get multiplayer working as well, because you need 2 carts and 2 consoles.
And this is another example of the low stock thing, because you can't get them, because they made like 5 of them for each. So I think
the thing is that they explicitly know. That makes it worse.
Yeah. So it would have been better if it was $100. You get both cars, and you can play multiplayer with only one Switch.
Yeah, I think making some sort of split screen would have worked well.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the end of our list? Oh wait, no.
No, this is another big one that we have right at the end. Releasing games with minimal content. So basically, they'll put out a game for $60, and it'll be a new game that doesn't have much content, or an old game they haven't really added much to. So basically, most of their games fall into this category.
I wouldn't say most. Most of the Wii U ports fall into this category. I can think of Mario Tennis Aces and Kirby.
Yeah.
Those 2 also fall into the minimal content one.
Like the Pokemon games?
Oh yeah, okay, fine. There's a lot. Did Splatoon 2 launch with minimal content? Maybe.
I think that's debatable. I think you can go either way with that one.
Stuff like, because they don't really do much in terms of DLC for their non-online games.
Yeah.
Like, you buy it and it's the complete package. You don't need updates to make it feel like a complete game.
Yeah.
So, Smash, Luigi's Mansion, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Animal Crossing. Well, not Animal Crossing, actually. Animal Crossing is a minimal game. There you go.
Yeah. Well, but
there's a major AAA release in a big franchise that launched with nothing.
But they are updating it, though. Like that counts.
At least they're updating it. That's good. But it should have been there at launch.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I hear because I wasn't super into New Leaf, but I hear a lot of people that were say, wow, Animal Crossing New Horizons, it's still missing a lot of features that were on the 3DS.
Yeah. They should always try and look at the previous game and expand upon it, but Nintendo doesn't do that. They like restart from scratch with every game.
Oh, this is another problem on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Yeah.
Because you would have to like rebuy your games on that system. You'd like pay $1 fee so that they would get upgraded.
Yeah, though I had to do that. It was awful. I don't know why they would make you do that.
And you'd also have to wait for the games to come onto the service again because the whole catalog just started over.
Right, yeah. They had to restart the catalog, which, and by the end, the Wii U had a smaller catalog than the end of the Switch. Like the Virtual Console decreased in size over time.
Yeah. You mean the Wii?
No, just the Virtual Console overall. The Virtual Console at the end of the Wii U generation was smaller than the Virtual Console at the end of the Wii generation.
You said Switch.
No, I didn't say Switch.
Generation. You said Switch.
At the beginning? What I just said, I said Wii U and Switch.
No. You know what? Never mind.
The Virtual Console at the end of the Wii U generation.
Yes.
Wii U, again, Wii U generation at the end. The Virtual Console of that was smaller than the Virtual Console at the end of the Wii generation.
Yes, but the first time you said it, you said Switch instead of Wii. So.
Well, but you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you mean, yes.
Okay.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Great. So, yeah, it got worse because they restarted from nothing for no reason at all.
Yeah, but at least you got that cute animation of the Pikmin carrying over your stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I did like that.
I always like when they do stuff with Pikmin.
Yeah.
They're cute.
I don't think I wasn't very familiar with Pikmin at the time, so I was like, what are these things?
What are these?
I'm very confused. I think I recognized them from Smash, because like Brawl was...
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Solid Snake was when I played Brawl.
Neither did I.
From Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I knew that he was like a good character. I knew he was good.
I didn't know anything. I was like, oh, it's one of the characters from those games with guns. I was like, okay.
Gun game.
You know, like Call of Duty or something. I wasn't big into those at the time.
So what is like the final verdict here? Has Nintendo lost its soul?
I would say yes.
I say yes as well. I'd say yes, but there is a way that they could reclaim it.
Yeah.
You know?
But did they ever have a soul to begin with? Yes.
Yeah, they used to. You know, they used to feel different.
Yeah.
But they don't anymore.
They want to reclaim it. They should fix all of this stuff.
Yeah.
That we have listed.
And you're just highlighting the whole thing on the doc.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All of it.
But yeah, fix all of it and you'll be fine. I mean, it shouldn't even be that hard to fix it. Like most of these things are them intentionally doing terrible things. Like if they just went with the default, they wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah.
But they go away from the default.
They go out of their way to do this stuff.
Yeah. That's a better way of saying it.
Yeah. It is the definitive way to say it.
Stop trying so hard to be bad and just be good by default.
Be good, like Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox is good.
So the overall moral of this episode, PlayStation bad, Nintendo bad, Xbox good.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Nintendo and PlayStation bad stuff here.
Yes, we do. Maybe, hopefully next week will be a more positive week.
Yeah.
We'll see. Probably not, but...
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, it'll probably be more positive for PlayStation, but Nintendo will be around the same.
Yeah, Nintendo will always be terrible. Come on.
Yeah. Unless they fix the stuff on the list.
In a week.
Yes, in 1 week.
It's going to happen.
Oops. Yeah.
So...
Fix everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's basically... Do you have anything else on this topic?
Nope. That's our main topic. We did it.
That took a while. But
it did take a while.
Yeah. That was good. I think
was good.
That was pretty in-depth. There's probably still like there's probably at least one major thing that we missed because there's just so much. I think you can't go a single month without
Mm.
a controversy, like a major controversy around that.
Like, what did we miss? Like, Byleth in Smash Bros. Like, that's an opinion, you know. That's not like an objectively bad thing. I think we got everything.
All right.
Yeah.
That's almost it. So finally, what are we playing?
So I have been playing Pokemon Platinum still. I've been talking about this like 2 weeks in a row or something. 3 weeks now. I beat the 5th gym. I'm beating 1 gym a week. So maybe like a year from now I will have beaten the game. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. 5th gym is like the water type gym. So it's pretty easy because water is a pretty easy type to beat. Because I have a Luxray and a Roselia on my team. So they just sweeped the Crasher Wake, I believe is his name. So yeah, next week I can talk about the 6th gym. That's exciting. That's all I played. I didn't play anything else. Next week, I think I'll be able to talk about the new Hitman 3 Elusive Target, which I'll probably play.
All right.
Yeah,
I look forward to that.
You haven't played anything this week, right?
I think I played Overwatch and maybe a little bit of Thumper, but that's it because the stick drift is becoming just, you know.
Well, what do you think of Thumper? I know what you think, but like.
Yeah, I think it's good. You know, I think I said this last week as well.
Oh, maybe. Right. We talked about. I think we did.
Yeah, but Thumper is great. I think it's awesome. It has great imagery. Its gameplay is good too. Like surprisingly deep, I guess. It's not super deep, but it's deeper than I thought it would be.
There's like a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, it's not like you hit one button to the beat. It's like multiple buttons and directions.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly just the one button, but it's a lot of different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good game, you know, I like it.
Yeah. I also like it. What level are you on? Did you get to the level 3?
I'm not sure what level I'm on, but I've progressed a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't play that much this week, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So that Hitman 3 Elusive Target I mentioned, that starts April 9th. So I'll definitely have played it by the time we talk about it on the podcast.
Yes.
Also, Hitman 3, they're giving away the first level for free for a limited time.
Oh, when?
Now. Like
now? Oh, okay.
So like March 30th to like April something.
Oh, should I get that then?
Well, I mean, if you want to. It's just the first level. April 5th is when they're stopping. So.
All right, so I have a bit to get it. I'll try it. Yeah.
Although there's probably spoilers for the story. I don't remember specifically.
That's okay. You and I privately had a talk, and I predicted the entirety of the story.
I'm not gonna say if you predicted it or not.
Yeah, I know, but my story was probably better than them.
Do you want to tell the fine people what your story was, or?
No, because I forgot it.
I'm
not gonna lie, I forgot most of it.
Didn't it have something to do with him not wanting to be a hitman or something, and he learns?
Oh yeah, something to do with like like Iron Giant sort of thing, where it's like, what if a gun had a brain and didn't want to be a gun?
Oh, so what if that's what you mentioned?
Agent 47, he was just sort of brainwashed to be an assassin his whole life, and then he, a series of events would occur where he's like, okay, I don't want to be an assassin anymore.
Yeah.
As he slowly learns his origins, I guess, like where he came from or how he became an assassin.
So my problem with that is that I think he likes being an assassin. Like he makes puns and stuff, and like he seems to enjoy it. So.
What a sadistic person, Agent 47.
So it's like, what if a gun knew it was a gun but still wanted to be a gun?
What if a gun knew it was a gun and decided to fire on its own?
Yeah.
No, Agent 47 doesn't do that, but he does like killing.
Yeah, he only kills if he's told to kill, which is great.
Yeah, I like it. I think I didn't mention this when I talked about it, when I beat the map, but I think it was Marrakesh, right? I beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Third.
So spoilers for this map if you haven't played it, but I beat one of the targets by massaging him, right?
Oh yeah.
So I
know that
thought,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that because when he gets onto the massaging thing and you start, I thought he'd go forever until I decided to, because I wanted to hear what he had to say first before killing him. So I waited for such a long time, and once he was done, he just stopped. And I was like, wait, no, you're supposed to let me kill you while you're on the massage thing. So when he got up, I just killed him on his own.
Because I was like, I wanted to hear what he had to say, but then like the moment he stopped talking, he stood up and was like, I'm out of here.
And I was like, okay, I guess I gotta kill you now.
I reloaded.
But that was a
my
great
save.
moment. Yeah, that was a good Hitman moment, you know?
Yeah. A lot of good Hitman moments. You haven't played more Hitman, right?
I haven't. I basically completely forgot about Hitman after that.
So the next level, do you want me to tell you about it or no?
Sure.
So the next one is Bangkok in Thailand. Thailand is how you pronounce that. And yeah, it's a hotel, which I think is really cool. I'm trying to stay away from.
Oh wait, have I played that? I might have played that a bit.
Oh, so one of the targets is like a lawyer, and then the other is like a singer. So
yeah,
that one's probably my second favorite map out of the first game.
I like it. It's a good map. I think a lot better than Marrakesh. I haven't killed any of the targets yet, but I like the map from what I've played.
Marrakesh is personally my least favorite map in the entire trilogy.
Man, you seem to like the first two games a lot more than the third one, though.
I do. The second
they probably
one
have some more good maps.
Yeah, the third one, like I'm conflicted. I think the first half of the maps aren't that great, but then the second half I think are really great. So I'm not sure. It's just, you know, I like they have some different design philosophy elements, and like it's just different than Hitman 2. I prefer Hitman 2. Because like Hitman 2, they just go crazy with it. It's like, here's a racetrack and like a neighborhood and like a other stuff that's a spoiler. And Hitman 3 is like, here's a city. Here's another city. You know, which is fine. Like just having those more generic areas works. Like how we've seen in Sapienza, which you've played. But I just prefer those more crazy ideas where it's like a big event, you know, like a racetrack or something like that.
Yeah, I'm very excited to play the racetrack one.
One of the levels in Hitman 3, my favorite one from Hitman 3, kind of looks like that city from the new Falcon and Winter Soldier episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Neon
big one.
I love neon, like the neon aesthetic. Yeah. Whenever you have those lights, it's very cool. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think we'll be talking about that sometime.
Yeah, we're not talking about that now. I just wanted
not now. But we'll probably have sort of an extra section.
To imagine what that map looks like.
Yeah.
I believe that one is Chongqing in Hong Kong, I believe. It might be China, I'm not sure. I think it's Hong Kong.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? What would you have been playing had your controller worked? Just Overwatch and Thumper?
Yeah, and probably The Witness too. But The Witness needs your controller to work. Because it's not as lenient in terms of you can play if your stick is drifting a little bit, but so that's probably what I would have been playing.
I'm just trying to stall for as long as possible because I think we're close to being over 2 hours. Right?
So let's stall a little bit more. How's the weather?
Well, it looks like it's sunny outside. So, I know what I can talk about. This isn't really connected to video games, but I went to the comic book store today.
Oh wow! And you keep telling me that you read comics.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting that comics are still a thing. Like they feel like such an ancient thing, you know?
They're good. Highly recommend.
They are. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
I know they are paid and they could be kind of expensive, but like sometimes they're not. Some are at the library, so I don't know if the library's still open because of COVID, but go there and you can check some out and get them.
Yeah, I think I read a Deadpool comic from the library when it was still open. That one was a good one. I liked it.
I'm more into DC than Marvel. So what I got was this issue 4 of the series called Batman Black and White. It's basically this like anthology series where they get random writers to write a Batman series, like the Batman comic, and then they just write the one issue and then they bring in a new writer the next time. So like each issue
Does the
is
new writer
disconnected.
continue the story, or is it just a start over every
No,
time?
it's an anthology, so like it's disconnected from the previous.
Oh,
issues.
okay.
Yeah. So like I'm starting with issue 4 because I recognize the writer or one of the writers. But yeah, and I haven't read the first 3 issues. But I don't think it matters because they're disconnected. And it's called Batman Black and White because the art is printed in black and white. That's
Like
kind
Zack
of cool.
Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, like Zack Snyder's Justice League. Oh, did you see that when they actually released the black and white cut of Justice League?
Oh yeah, I saw it on HBO Max, which I got.
And
I said I wouldn't,
yeah.
but then I caved.
Yeah. Maybe you can
I think I'm
watch.
going to see Godzilla vs. Kong later today.
What? Ooh, I'm gonna watch that also later today then.
Yeah.
Watch
So
the
maybe
Snyder
next week
Cut.
we'll...
That's what we can talk
I want to
about.
watch the rest of the DC movies first because I don't
Right.
I don't
That
know
makes
any
sense.
context for any of
Yeah.
these heroes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think yeah.
So the black and white one of Snyder Cut is the exact same as the normal one, except they added the society line that Joker says. He says the society thing.
Whoa. It wasn't there before?
It was not. It was just for the trailer and they cut it. But it's in this. It's in the black and white one.
Oh, thank God. They gave
Yeah.
the fans what they really wanted,
Yeah.
you know. This must have been Zack Snyder's original vision.
Yeah. I think the We Live in a Society line was actually improvised by Jared Leto.
Oh, wow. Improvised. What a great actor.
Yeah.
He improvises his lines.
He improvised the We Live in a Society line. So
I wonder where he came up with that.
I don't know. He probably just invented it right there on the spot. Yeah.
What a great artist, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think we've hit 2 hours yet?
Let's just keep on going. So, have you watched the other like Godzilla and King Kong movies? Because they're in a universe of like a connected universe.
They're in oh. Do I have to watch them before?
I think I'm going to before I watch Kong versus Godzilla, but I don't think it matters that much.
Yeah, I get the feeling that it's just going to be one of those movies. I said this already, but like it's just purely action and the story is kind of an afterthought.
Yeah. Well, you haven't talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Just privately. Yeah. So there's a Godzilla one, and then it's King Kong, and then there's a sequel to Godzilla, and then there's this. So that's the order.
That's the series. Wow.
Yeah. It's like the only good cinematic universe besides Marvel.
Seriously? Are the movies good? Or are they just
I've heard they're actually good. Like, they're fun to watch. Yeah.
Well, that's what movies are about, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, unless you're the Snyder Cut, where it's more about being serious and being all like, oh, we're so sad, than being fun. Although I did like the Snyder Cut. It was fun to watch. Again, like I said, what week did I talk about the Snyder Cut? Was it 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago?
It was probably 2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then just to stall for a little bit more, the other comic I got was the New 52 Justice League Volume 6. If you don't know New 52, it was like a reboot of the DC universe from like the beginning of this decade, or the 2010s decade. Yeah, it's pretty good. 8 volumes total, I think, so I'm almost done. Only a few more volumes. Volume 6 is like I believe it's like the evil bad guys, they form a team of their own. So this will probably be good. And that's what I got at the comic book store. That was my journey. Yeah.
One thing. I was watching Battleship, the movie.
Oh.
It was so weird. Like I think it's based off the board game or something.
I think so.
But that's basically the only reason I watched it. I was so interested. I'm like, why? How do you translate a board game to a movie? But it's cool. I'm strangely invested in the story. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that it's a bad movie, but I'm like, wow, I just want to keep watching.
Well, you gotta keep watching. My favorite board game movie is Clue.
Wait, there are more?
There are a few, but Clue is my favorite.
Okay.
It's it's like the Clue is a board game. It's like a murder mystery. I'm sure you know this, just for the audience, people that might not know. It's about like solving who did the murder and where they did it on like this little board game, like this board map thing, and with what weapon they did it with. And the movie is basically just a murder mystery, and it has multiple endings, which is very cool. So like when it was released in theaters, I think you would only get to see one ending, but then when they put it on like DVD and stuff, they just had all the endings play at the end.
Wait, so how do you does it have like a menu thing where it's like, oh, which, what are you going to do here?
No, so it'll play one ending, and then it'll be like it also like the screen will go black, and there'll be text that's like another ending was, and then it plays the next ending, and then it's.
Oh, dude, that's so weird.
It's cool. There are 3 endings, I think. The third one is the best one. I consider that the canon ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like Battleship has a 34 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then it
That's what I would
seems
expect.
Yeah, Clue has a 65.
What? Clue is actually good though. Like I guess 65 is like passing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a 39 on Metacritic, Clue. But
What?
Battleship has a 41, so I guess it's better.
Yeah. Trust me, Clue is actually a good movie. I like it.
Okay. I'll try to see it sometime then. I've never actually played Clue. I don't know what it is. I know it's a board game.
Well, then my description was helpful for you.
Yeah.
You should play it. It's pretty fun. Is there a Monopoly board game? I mean, a Monopoly movie? Movie is what I meant to say.
Yeah, it'll be about Xbox.
Oh, okay. And how they win. I can think of other stuff to talk about. I'm going to keep on going. Let's see. I'm just looking around where I'm recording, trying to find stuff to talk about. Just to be safe, I'd hate to stop recording and then it turns out it's an hour and 59-minute long podcast,
I think we hit it. I think...
No, you don't know.
Yeah. Because I sent the link at around 3:12.
Yeah, but then we spent some time like editing the list, right?
Oh yeah.
So we don't know how long. We're like, what?
I think it's fine. I think we're probably safe.
We have to be sure. We have to be 100%.
We have to be sure. Okay.
Yeah.
This whole rant is going to be a separate category on the timestamps.
What are you going to call it? Just filler?
Unrelated filler, yeah, to get to 2 hours.
Well, I think me talking about the comic books was kind of interesting, right?
I'm sorry, and it goes under unrelated filler.
Ah, okay.
If it's not games, yeah.
I'm so excited to reach 2 hours. It's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. For like I wanted to reach 1 hour when we did the first couple episodes, and then we did that. And then now we're going to reach 2 hours. So like every third episode, we reach the next mark, right? Because episode 3, we passed 1 hour. Now episode 6, we passed 2 hours.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Do you like Tic Tacs? I have those on my desk.
Oh, maybe. I think I've only had them once, but yeah, they're not bad.
I like the orange
I read
ones.
somewhere they get away with calling them sugar-free because it has to have less than a gram of sugar.
Yeah.
And Tic Tacs are less than a gram in themselves, so they're sugar-free.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that's great. I think that's funny. Because it's like 100% sugar, but it's still less than a gram. So they get away with it being sugar-free.
That's incredible. Whoever came up with that.
Yeah. The sugar-free thing should definitely be based on percentage and not actual like weight.
Yeah. But what if it's like this thing weighs 100 kilograms and there's a gram of sugar?
Well,
there's still sugar.
Maybe it should be based on both then, both percentage and weight or mass or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah. We figured it out. We figured the solution to the FDA stuff.
There we go. Maybe after every episode we can figure out a major solution to everything.
I just
Let's
want
solve
to
climate change next time.
yeah, I just want to make it clear to the audience, whoever is listening this far in, we're not going to have this filler at the end of every episode. Just this one time, so we can make it to 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a special, very special edition.
Yeah. Do you think you'll put in the title, like plus filler? Or...
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you're fine with that.
I don't care. you make the titles.
All right, I'll just be like, has Nintendo lost its soul?
Yeah.
Plus filler.
Yeah. Plus filler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we hit it?
I feel like we've got to at this point, right? We have to.
Yeah, we have to. Okay. That's a wrap.
Yeah, we did it.
There we go. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.